Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Shadespil. In my previous videos, I spoke about the allegations against David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad member Dirty Dom, and so much more has come out. Vlog Squad members are speaking up, a bunch of brands are pulling out of partnerships with him, David makes a second apology video, and Trisha Paytas responds and went off on Twitter. We have a lot to talk about today.
So, let's talk about it.
Since this David Dobrik situation has been getting really bad, Vlog Squad members Carly and Aaron broke their silence to talk about the David Dobrik situation, but they were very non-specific. Natalie, who is David's assistant and the creator-director of biz.spill, has issued a statement herself. I've spent a lot of time thinking about the recent allegations, and because of the severity, it's taken me time to process. Like many of you, I'm upset and angry and do not condone the behavior detailed in the article or any misconduct for that matter. I want to make it clear that I acknowledge, hear, and support those who came forward, and I stand by the victims. A graphic designer who was working with David announced on Twitter they have officially pulled their work from his project that David was working on last year. At the end of last year, I was hired by David Dobrik to brand one of his new projects. As a SA survivor and in solitary with a strong woman who came forward, I have pulled my work from his project and have recent confirmation it will not be used. Even a bunch of brands have been pulling out partnerships with him because of how bad the situation has got. Dollar Shave Club announced they will be ending their partnership with David. Even EA Sports, HelloFresh, DoorDash, Audible, Bumble, Chipotle, the women's soccer team kicked him out. Even his biggest sponsor, SeatGeek, who gives him Teslas to give away to his fans, has dropped him. At this point, he has lost almost all his sponsorships. He heavily relies on his sponsors because hardly any of David's videos has ads on them because he uses copyrighted music, which means he pretty much makes nothing from YouTube, so this is a big deal for him. At this point, I think David has realized how bad the situation has got, so he finally posted a second apology video on his main channel under the title of today's date. This video is 7 minutes long, which is longer than his last apology video, which was just 2 minutes. And David went on to discuss the allegations that he fully believes and stands by the girl that came forward about Dom. He apologized for many things, including making jokes that reinforce his activity, apologized to the girl in the article and her friends. He took full responsibilities and accountabilities for his actions.
I fully believe the woman who came out against Dom and said she was assaulted by him. And I want to apologize to her and her friends for ever putting them in an environment that I enabled that made them feel like their safety and values were compromised. I'm so sorry. I was completely disconnected from the fact that when people were invited to film videos with us, especially videos that relied on shock for views or whatever it was, that I was creating an unfair power dynamic. I did not know this before. It was completely wrong, and I wish I was more responsible, and I wish I was more aware at the time, and I'm so sorry I missed that. I didn't know what was going on in that room, and I should have been. I should have been there, and I should have been making sure that everybody involved was taken care of and wasn't uncomfortable.
A few years ago, Dom was called out by another creator with a very similar experience to the victim in the Insider article. When she spoke out, she was dragged by David's fans. Dom made a horrible apology video and everyone ate it up. David even commented under Dom's video and publicly accepted Dom's apology. 3 years later, he finally acknowledged Ali and directly apologizes to her.
I also want to acknowledge the women that spoke out against Dom in 2018. I'm talking about Ali, and then I'm talking about other girls that addressed their problems privately or publicly. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you guys. I am sorry that I took Dom's word for what happened in those certain situations, and I didn't believe you. And not only did I not believe you, but I made a joke of what kind of a person Dom was.
He also stated that he platformed Dom as he didn't want to think his friend was capable with such a thing.
Not only did I discredit you, Ali, but I platformed Dom. And not only did I platform Dom, but I platformed the subject of sex in a negative way where I made jokes about it, and I reinforced that kind of behavior, and I'm so sorry.
After he took accountability for his actions he has done, he went on to acknowledge he never confronted the victims or spoke to them or even apologized to them. At one point, David even got emotional while he was speaking.
What I didn't do is I didn't go back to any of these women and apologize. I kind of moved on and I learned from it and I grew from it, but I didn't address the situation with these women. I'm not talking publicly, I'm saying even privately. I didn't reach out to any of these people, and that breaks my heart knowing that I was doing all this stuff and I was making all this content while there was people that were still really hurt by what I meant.
David posted this video on his main channel because one of the reasons he got so much hate was because his first apology video was posted on his Views podcast channel and not his main channel where the majority of his subscribers reside. After David posted his video, the response was actually really good. Some people think he uploaded a real genuine video. They like the way he handled it. They believe his apology is sincere because he acknowledged his mistakes and took accountability for his actions, while some other people believe the reason why he posted this apology video was because he lost so many sponsorships, and people are saying he's only now taking responsibility because he's suffering the consequences of covering for his friend. He ignored and constantly discredited the victim before holding his friend accountable in years until now, and people are also saying he didn't fully address the situation and he didn't address the other SA claims. In this video, David did miss out on apologizing to Trisha and Seth, but Trisha Paytas saw David's video and she tweeted some series of tweets, and let's just say she is not happy. She said, as someone who had a traumatizing week, January 29, 2019 to February 5th, 2019, due to David putting in 2 bits in 2 vlogs involving me that I specifically told him not to put in, I don't forgive him. He ignored me at all times of the trauma and kept the videos up and ignored me for 2 years. She adds, I'm glad he's acknowledging things and I hope he truly has some sort of empathy now. It took losing all his sponsors for him to say something, and that speaks volumes. She continues, funny how he ignored everyone's calls for years, but now he's making himself available. I think David is disgusting. I always will. He's calculating and manipulative. But good job taking my note from frenemies and sitting on the floor for your apology. I can't imagine how the victims of SA and feel right now to get an apology via video instead of a direct contact. If public opinions forgive David, great, I hope he does change. But as someone who was shunned after my psychotic breakdown from my association with David, his lawyers discredited me because of my mental illness, insider only a week ago, it's not enough. Just 2 weeks ago, David sent Scotty texts to try and discredit Seth's story. Last week, his lawyer sent 4 paragraphs to Insider discrediting me in disgusting detail. Sorry if I don't buy that he's changed and wants to hear people out now. A few days for a miraculous turnaround. This would have felt more sincere 6 months from now after he reached out to people directly, after he donated to causes, researched and educated himself. 3 days after you attempted to discredit people isn't believable. Anyways guys, let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button because it really does help my channel, and subscribe for more tea and drama to be spilled, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.